Now let's listen to the story of the merchant's donkey. Once upon a time, a merchant had a donkey. He used to take the donkey to the market to sell salt. He had to cross a river every day while going to the market. One day, as usual, he and his donkey were crossing the river. The merchant said,
"Let's cross this river and go to the market and sell the salt. I will earn money and buy food for you."
But the donkey slipped and fell. The donkey started braying. The merchant helped the donkey to get up. He was lucky enough not to get hurt. Because the salt dissolved in the water, the donkey's load got lighter. There was hardly any weight on the donkey's back. The merchant said,
"Let's go back home because there is no use going to the market without anything to sell."
The donkey was delighted. Next day, again as they were crossing the river to go to the market to sell salt, the donkey purposely slipped in the water and his load was lightened. The merchant thought,
"The donkey is playing tricks with me. I can make out his cunningness. I have to teach him a lesson so that he doesn't spoil my business."
Next day, the merchant loaded the donkey with cotton and they started for the market.
Let me see, what does this donkey do today?
After all, donkey is a donkey. As he reached the river, he played the same trick. But children, see what happened. Cotton bundle soaked the water and the load on the donkey's back increased many folds. Now the donkey couldn't walk at all. When the donkey couldn't walk, the merchant gave nice thrashing to him and said,
"So, you will play tricks with me? If you don't work, where do I feed you from? You are spoiling my business every day. Now take this."
Never again did the donkey ever think of slipping in the river.
Mongoose and Pandit's wife. Once upon a time, a Pandit found a baby mongoose. Its mother was dead, so he lifted it in his hands and said,
"Poor kid, I shall look after you."
And the Pandit took him home. He had a small baby of his own. He told his wife,
"Darling, take this mongoose baby. Its mother was dead, so I brought it with me. From now onwards, we shall call it Manaku."
"That's all right, but it's a wild animal and we have a small baby at home, so we can't keep it with us."
Look at this innocent creature. How lovingly he's admiring you. Take it as your child. Love begets love.
"Fine, as you please. But won't it harm the baby?"
No, not at all.
"Then it's fine with me. I shall look after it as my own baby."
Manaku started growing up with their baby and soon was big and his teeth were sharp. But he loved to play with the little toddler.
"Listen, I'm going to fetch water from the river. Take care of the baby."
Yes, my better half. He's playing with Manaku, so worrying unnecessarily.
I know that. But why don't you understand? It's a wild animal.
Don't worry. Nothing will happen. You go. I shall take care.
Oh, why don't you understand? Manku has very sharp teeth now. We have to be very careful.
I told you, Manaku will never harm its brother.
The lady went to fetch water and Panditji went to perform puja at a neighbor's house. A snake entered the house and started approaching the toddler.
Oh, snake! Where is it coming to? Ow! It's going to the toddler! And snake is my biggest enemy.
Manaku fought with the snake and killed it. And as he came out of the house to show his bravery, the Panditji's wife, who was returning, saw him with blood in his mouth and she screamed.
Oh, wild animal! What have you done? You thankless creature! You killed your own brother! You don't deserve to live!
And she hit Manaku with a bucket full of water. She uttered to herself,
Oh God, my baby! Why? Why did I leave my baby with this mongoose? Why did I agree to look after this wild animal? Oh God, my baby!
When she entered her house, she was stunned to find the baby merrily playing, and there, beside him, was a dead, bleeding snake. She then realized what had actually happened and felt very, very sorry that she had thought that Manaku had harmed her baby. She started crying bitterly. Moral of the story: haste makes waste.
Let's listen to the story of Salty Sea. In a village, there lived two brothers named Ram and Shyam. Ram was elder to Shyam. Ram was rich and Shyam was poor. It was the festival of Diwali and people were celebrating it happily. But Shyam and his family didn't have any reason to celebrate. They didn't have anything to eat also. So he went and asked his elder brother Ram for some help. But Ram rebuked and sent him back. While he was returning sadly, on the way he saw an old man with a bundle of logs. The old man asked Shyam,
What's the matter, son? Why are you so sad? You should be happy on Diwali.
Baba, my family is starving. I went to my brother for some help, but he also refused. I'm not able to do anything.
If you help me in carrying this bundle of logs till my house, I'll give you something which will help you in getting rich.
Shyam picked up the bundle of logs and went after the old man and left it at his place. The old man gave a pancake to Shyam and said,
Go to the jungle and you will see peculiar kind of 3 trees together. Near to that, you will see a rock. If you see carefully, you will find an entrance to that cave. Go inside the cave. 3 dwarfs live there. They are very fond of pancake. They will not leave this pancake at any cost. You will give this to them, but be careful. Don't ask money from them. Rather, you ask them to give you the treadmill.
Shyam reached the cave. Seeing the pancake in his hand, one of the dwarfs said,
Give me this pancake, and in return, I will give you whatever you ask.
Shyam said,
Just give me your treadmill.
As soon as Shyam started walking away with the treadmill, the dwarf said,
This is not an ordinary treadmill. When you rotate this, you will get whatever you ask for. And once you get the desired amount of things, just cover the treadmill with a red cloth. It will stop making things.
Carrying the treadmill, Shyam reached his house. His wife and children were hungry. He said to them,
Spread a cloth here.
After spreading the cloth, he kept the treadmill on it. He started rotating the treadmill and said,
Treadmill, treadmill, give some rice.
And rice started collecting. Then he covered the treadmill with a red cloth and removed it. He rotated the treadmill again and said,
Treadmill, treadmill, give some pulse.
Plenty of pulse started coming out. And same way, he covered the treadmill with red cloth. Then his wife cooked rice and dal and they had a hearty meal. At night, they slept in peace. Next day, Shyam went to the market and sold off the remaining rice and dal. And after returning from the market, he started with the same routine. This time, he took out plenty of rice, wheat, and different kind of pulses from the treadmill. He sold them in the market and earned lots of money. Within few days, he became richer than his brother Ram. With the help of treadmill, he was getting whatever he desired for: oil, salt, spices, nuts, sometimes cotton also. Ram started feeling jealous of Shyam's happiness. He started thinking, few days back his family was starving, and now suddenly what has he got that he is richer than him? One night he got into Shyam's house and everything was revealed to him. Ram's crooked mind started working. He planned to steal the treadmill. So when Shyam was out to sell the things, Ram stole the treadmill and moved with his family to settle in some far-off island. After reaching the seashore, he bought a boat. He and his family sat in the boat and started moving towards the island. His wife asked,
I'm amazed that just with an useless treadmill you have left everything behind. Where are you planning to go?
To end up his wife's curiosity, Ram started rotating the treadmill and said,
Treadmill, treadmill, take out salt.
Salt started collecting near the boat and boat started sinking. Seeing this, the wife said,
What are you waiting for? Stop this treadmill or the boat will sink.
Ram said,
I don't know to stop it. I didn't see how Shyam used to stop this treadmill.
The boat was overloaded with salt and everybody along with the treadmill drowned and died. It is believed that the treadmill is still rotating, and that's why the sea is salty.
Now, the story of a saint and a mouse. Once upon a time, there lived a great saint inside a forest. One day, while he was in deep meditation, a small mouse fell upon his lap. It had been dropped by Crow, who was carrying it in his beak. The saint gently lifted the mouse and started nurturing him like his own child. One day, a cat came there. She pounced upon the mouse. The mouse jumped on the lap of the saint for refuge. Saint said,
"You are afraid of cats. Go and get changed into a cat."
Mouse converted into a cat. But after becoming cat, he used to get scared by the dogs. Saint said,
"Now you are afraid of the dog. Go get changed into a dog."
By the power, cat converted into a dog. But still, he could not become fearless. Now he was afraid of the tiger. Saint said,
"Still you are afraid of tiger. Go and get changed into a tiger."
So, an innocent mouse was converted to a mighty powerful tiger. The saint treated him as if he was a small mouse. The mouse turned tiger realized that he will have to live with the stigma of being a mouse until he got rid of the saint. He went towards the saint to kill him. The great saint read his thoughts. Before the tiger could attack him, he said,
"Go, get changed into mouse again."
And the mighty tiger became a small mouse again.
Selfish couple. There was a small village on the banks of a river. People used to fish there for livelihood. One fisherman named Hari Prasad, along with his son, arrived there in the wee hours of one morning.
Hey! We have arrived here before anyone else. And we shall get all the fish before the other villagers come here. But look, Somu, you don't bother me. Go play that side.
Very well, father.
Hari put his angle in the river and started waiting for fish to get entangled. Soon, the hook of the fishing rod got something.
It seems there is a big catch.
He pulled out the rod quickly. But was unable to move it.
Villagers will have to be stopped today.
He called for Somu.
Somu? Somu!
Yes, father.
Go and tell your mother. There is a big fish at the hook. It's very heavy. I shall be delayed. So she must stop people from coming here somehow. Otherwise, they will all ask for a share. Go quickly. Go quickly.
Okay, father, I'm going.
Somu told the details to his mother, and she started a quarrel with the woman next door.
Sheila, I put my most beautiful blue sari for drying here. Where is it? You must have picked it up. Last evening, I saw you hovering around here. Last time you stole some of my utensils. And now this sari? You want us to be doomed?
Sheila was stunned as she was being blamed for stealing. She wasn't going to keep quiet.
Are you crazy? Why should I take your things? Do we look like thieves? And you think you're very rich that others steal your clothes? You beggar!
In no time, the whole village gathered there. None of the villagers thought of fishing or going to the river. That served her purpose. The head of the village was called to resolve the dispute. Meanwhile, Hari was tired of pulling the rod.
Let me see what has been struck to the hook.
The hook was simply not coming out, so he decided to jump into the river to see. But guess what? The hook was stuck in between two rocks, so it couldn't be pulled out. Hari hit a rock and there was a big bump on his head. Now, on the other side, the village head was inquiring facts from the villagers. People started searching Sheila's house.
Okay, have you found something?
No, sir. There is nothing but Sheila's own belongings in her house.
That means this woman is falsely accusing Sheila of theft. She should be punished. Well, lady, you have tried to defame Sheila falsely. So, you will have to work in her house free for a month. Do you get it?
When she returned home, Hari was repenting with remorse and pain.
I'm foolish, and I also made you a party in my sin. We shall never repeat this folly.
Moral of the story: don't be greedy. Foolish Pandit. Once a learned Pandit was praying to Goddess Durga under a tree in a forest. The goddess was pleased at his devotion and appeared in front of him.
Open your eyes, son. You have pleased me. What do you need? I'll grant you a wish. Ask, what do you want?
Oh, thank you, Mother Goddess. Please grant me a wish to get Sanjeevani herbs for immortality.
It's granted.
The herb appeared on the goddess's palm and she gave it to the Pandit and said,
Take the herbs and you can use a few drops of its juice on corpses. They'll be alive and they'll be more energetic and healthier than ever. You use it as much as you like. It will never finish, nor will it dry.
And then the goddess vanished in thin air. The Pandit was very happy and set off towards his village.
With the power of this herb, I will defeat the death. No one will mourn any death in the village. Everyone will sing my praises. I shall be popular in the whole of the village. And who knows, they might propose my name as head of the village.
But then he suddenly thought,
maybe the goddess has made fun of me and given ordinary leaves to me. I must test it, whether these leaves are original or fake.
He saw a dead lion soon after.
Oh, it's a dead lion. Why don't I try the leaves on it?
Without giving a second thought, he started rubbing the leaves in between his palms, and a few drops of juice fell on the dead lion. The lion opened his eyes. It became alive.
Oh, goddess, these are genuine leaves. Hooray, my good luck.
The lion opened his eyes and was very hungry. And then he heard the roar of the lion, and the lion jumped on him.
Oh, what have I done? I was so foolish. I better run for my life.
But the lion was faster than him and ate him. Moral of the story? Think before you act.
Now we'll listen to the story of a goat and a fox. Once by mistake, a fox fell inside the well. He tried his level best but couldn't come out of it. After some time, a goat reached near the well to drink some water. The goat saw the fox inside the well. She asked him,
Fox, Fox, what are you doing inside the well?
Seeing the goat, the fox thought of tricking. So he said to her,
You don't know? Everyone in the jungle is searching for a safer place to survive. It seems you haven't heard this news.
News? What kind of news? But it's a fact that foxes are cunning. Why should I trust you?
No, my dear, I'm not lying. You haven't got the news. The land is going to get affected by drought. As soon as I heard it, I came here. Here there's a lot of water. Why don't you also come inside the well?
Trusting the fox, the foolish goat jumped into the well. And soon the cunning fox jumped out of the well with the help of goat's back. The goat was trapped inside the well. That's why it's better to think before we leap.
Bookish knowledge. Once upon a time, there were 4 Brahmin friends who had grown up together. 3 of them used to be busy in studies, but the 4th one, Birju, didn't like to read and write at all. One day, they all gathered at a place, and Shantanu said,
Why don't we go to the town to try our luck? The knowledge that we got from our books will not benefit us in the village.
Yes, you are right. We will not take our 4th friend Birju along with us, as he is good for nothing. Illiterate chap. He will be nothing but a burden on us there.
You are not wrong, but we grew up together, you see. So we can't leave him alone like this. Whatever may be the case, we shall not leave him here. Let him come with us. Whatever he may earn, we shall offer him a small part of that.
Okay, fine, if it suits everyone.
All 4 of them set out for the town. They had to pass through a jungle. And on the way, they saw a heap of bones.
Oh God! This must be the skeleton of a safari lion.
Why don't we test our knowledge here only? I can collect these bones and give it the shape of a skeleton.
If you can assemble these bones and give it a shape of a particular skeleton,
If you both succeed in your assignments, I can put life in that body.
Oof. These three men have gone out of mind. If these bones are genuinely out of a lion, then it will be catastrophic.
In the meantime, Shantanu assembled the bones and said,
See, I told you all that these bones were lion's bones.
you are very intelligent.
Wow, you have mastered a great knowledge, Shantanu.
Now, let me also finish my job. Just watch how I fill the skin and hides and the muscles in its body.
and he did exactly the same. With the knowledge that he had acquired, he accomplished his task so well.
Birju, don't you think now that even you could have acquired great knowledge like us three?
I know that, but for heaven's sake, don't make it alive, or else all of us will lose our lives.
You silly chap, shut up! You are such a thankless creature. I brought you along even against the wishes of these three. And now, you are the one who's stopping me. Now when it is my turn to show my talent, you are stopping me?
Fine, as you please. But let me climb up a tree first.
Go, you coward!
Birju climbed up a tree.
Don't repent later. I'm warning you for the last time.
As soon as the lion came to life, he ate 3 of the Brahmins. Moral of the story? Think before you act.
Let's hear the story, The Golden Egg. Once a farmer got a hen which used to lay a golden egg every day. The farmer sold these golden eggs and earned lots of money. He fulfilled all the necessary requirements of his family. Gradually, he became one of the richest person in the village. He was the owner of a new house, many horses, a vast land, cows and buffaloes. One day, he thought,
every day the hen lays only one egg. She must be having so many eggs in her stomach.
But how do we take out all those eggs? I have an idea. Let's go to the wise man of the village. Maybe he can help us.
Then they both go to the wise man of the village to seek his advice.
How can I help you?
We have a hen that gives golden eggs. We want to take out all the eggs from her stomach instead of waiting for one egg every day.
How is that possible? You can't get all the eggs at one time. Please go away. I can't help you in this matter. It's a foolish idea.
The farmer and his wife returned disappointed. After reaching home, they decided to do something on their own.
Now, what do? How do we get the eggs? It's very simple. Let's cut the stomach of the hen and take out all the eggs.
Yes, this would be right.
Both caught hold of the hen and killed it and didn't get anything. They got rid of the egg which they were getting every day. So what did you learn, children?
Now, the bundle of sticks. Once upon a time, there lived a farmer who was so prosperous that everyone said he must certainly be the happiest man in the village. He had 3 strong and handsome sons. But the farmer was not a happy man, because his sons were a quarrelsome lot. One day, he had a plan. He brought a bundle of sticks and called his sons. He said each of his sons, in turn,
"Pick up the bundle and see if you can break it."
Each boy tried with all his strength. But did not succeed. When they finally given up, the farmer untied the bundle and gave them to break one by one. This, of course, they did with the greatest ease. Eldest son impatiently asked,
"Why did you make me break these sticks? For no reason?"
Father smiled gently and said,
"You are just like these sticks, my sons. As long as you stay united, you will be able to face all of your enemies. But if you are divided, you will be broken as easily as these sticks."
The 3 sons understood the wisdom in their father's words.
Next story is about 2 friends and a bear. Once, 2 friends were on a journey. They had to cross through a lonely way in a forest. So they decided that they will help each other. All of a sudden, while going through the forest, they saw a bear approaching to them. Both didn't have any source to save themselves. So, one friend said to the other, "How do we save ourselves?"
"Let's climb up the tree."
"I don't know to climb up the tree." Seeing the bear very near to them, one of the friend quickly climbed a nearby tree rather than helping the other friend. The other didn't know to climb on a tree. Soon he threw himself on the ground, holding his breath as if he was not alive. He had heard somewhere that a bear doesn't eat a dead man. And this turned to be a fact. The bear came up to him and smelled his body, and thinking that he was dead, walked away. When the bear was out of sight, the friend from the tree climbed down the tree and asked his friend,
"What did the bear whisper into your ears?"
The other friend replied, "The bear warned me to avoid the company of friends who are selfish and leave their friends alone in danger." Children, so now you understood? A friend who does not help his friend in the time of need is not a true friend.
The next story is Everything Happens for the Best. Once a king had a minister who believed that everything happened for the best. One day, the king was exercising with his sword. He got cut his little finger off his right hand.
Ouch! Oh my God! Oh ma!
The minister said,
"Whatever happens, happens for the best."
King said,
"You fool! Put this rascal behind bars."
The minister was arrested. One day, the king was on his way to a forest for his hunt. He was kidnapped by some bandits who wanted to sacrifice him to their god. They took him to their priest, but someone noticed the king's injured finger.
This is not a perfect and complete man. He has lost his one finger. We need a complete person to be sacrificed.
So they left the king. On his way home, he ran into the minister, released him, and told what had happened. He apologized for putting him behind bars. Minister replied,
Sir, I told you everything happens for the best. It is a good thing that you put me behind bars. Otherwise, I would have been with you, and being complete would have been sacrificed instead.
Now the story of Foolish Donkey. Once upon a time, there lived a washerman in a town. One night, while he was sleeping, a thief broke in his house. At that time, his dog and his donkey were tied down in the courtyard. Having seen the thief, the donkey said to the dog,
Friend, it is your duty to wake up our master with your barks. If you don't do so, the thief would escape.
The dog replied,
You know, I guard this house day and night, but I am not supplied with food properly. Our master won't understand my worth until he is made to bear some loss.
Donkey said,
A good servant must not put up demands when his services are required.
Dog replied,
A master who remembers his servant only at the time of need is also a bad master.
The donkey got angry.
You wicked fellow! You are neglecting your duty. If you don't bark, I will have to do something myself.
And the donkey started braying loudly. Washerman, who was in sound sleep, woke up angrily. And started beating the donkey with his stick. The beating was so harsh that the donkey died there itself. Rightly has it been said that one must not engage himself in tasks other than his own. Here comes the story of Great Elephant. One day, an elephant wandered into a jungle in search of friends. He saw a monkey on a tree. Elephant said,
Will you be my friend?
Monkey replied,
You are too big. You can't swing from trees like me.
Next day, he met a rabbit.
Will you be my friend?
Rabbit.
You are too big. You can't play in my burrow.
Then he went to Frog.
Please make friendship with me.
Frog.
How is it possible? You are too big. You can't leap about like me.
Elephant was upset. A fox appeared. He asked her,
Will you be happy to have a friend like me?
Fox said,
Sorry, sir. You are too big.
The next day, the elephant saw all the animals were running for their lives. Elephant asked the fox,
What is the matter?
Fox replied,
There is a lion and he is trying to kill all of us.
All the animals were running away to hide. Meanwhile, the lion kept eating up whoever he could find. The elephant went to the lion and said,
Please, Mr. Lion, don't eat up all these poor animals.
Lion replied,
Mind your own business.
The elephant had no choice but to give the lion a hefty kick. The frightened lion ran for his life. The elephant ambled back into the jungle and announced the good news to all. All the animals thanked him and said,
You are just the right size to be our friend.
Appropriate reward. Once upon a time, there was a farmer. One day, he went to his fields early in the morning. He saw a very big pumpkin in his field.
Oh my God! Such a big pumpkin! I have never seen a pumpkin as large as this. Are my eyes playing tricks on me? It's very extraordinary. I must show it and give it to our great king. He will be pleased. He brought the pumpkin to King's court. I have come to gift you this, an extraordinary pumpkin.
Very good. I'm pleased. This must be the biggest pumpkin in the world. Hello, Minister. Give him 1,000 gold coins.
Yes, sir. Take this bag of 1,000 gold coins.
Thank you, sir. Long live our king.
The farmer is a lucky man.
News of farmers' good fortune spread like a fire in the woods and reached the ears of a rich miser.
1,000 gold coins only for a mere pumpkin? Our king is a fool. I must go to my hidden room and bring a beautiful costly necklace of our forefathers.
He went into the room and opened the box.
I wonder what he would give me if I gift him this necklace. Maybe a cartload of diamonds or a cartload of gold.
So he started towards the palace and went into the king's court.
Sir, I have brought an excellent necklace of our forefathers. I want to gift it to you. This is the necklace. Please look.
Beautiful. Really, it's an excellent one. The queen will be pleased to wear it. Thank you, and thank you very much. What can I give you in return? Some gold? Some diamonds? No, you are a rich man, and these things can't amuse you. Oh, what should I give you? Wow, I know what I should give you. The pumpkin. Give that precious pumpkin to this man.
Give that precious pumpkin to this man.
Yes, sir.
The miser took the heavy pumpkin and went out of the palace with a long face.
Karorimal. Long, long ago, there lived a rich but miser man named Once Upon a Time, a Pandit found a baby mongoose. Its mother was dead, so he lifted it in his hands and said,
Poor kid.
One fisherman named Hari Prasad, along with his son, arrived there in the wee hours of one morning.
Now, the cunning jackal. Once a jackal went near a city in search of food. The dogs chased him. He had to run away. He saw a fence. In fact, it was a house of a washerman. When he jumped over the fence, he landed into a tub full of blue dye. He spent the whole night there. When he came out, he was wet. He felt relieved because there was no dog. He reached back into the forest. When he saw his reflection in the river, he was blue from top to bottom. He decided to take advantage to his color. He called all the animals of the forest and said,
I have been sent by the god. He has appointed me as your king. From now onward, my order must be carried out strictly.
After this announcement, animals, even like the tiger, the lion, the panther, accepted him as their king. All of them began serving his orders. But one day, he heard the shouting sound of so many jackals. He could not resist and started shouting himself. After all, one cannot change one's nature. When the lion and the tiger heard his cry, they at once realized who he was. They attacked and killed the blue jackal. Now, the story of the mouse who killed the cat. In a large house, there once lived a pack of mice. There was a large black cat in the house too. The cat was, as cats are, a mean fellow. She would kill the poor mice whenever she felt like it. The mice decided to put an end to this menace. The leader of the mice went up to her and said,
Mrs. Cat, Madam, all you need a mouse a day to fill your belly. Stop this meaningless killing. I will send a mouse every day for your dinner.
The cat liked the idea. She was happy that her meal would come at her doorstep. After that, every day a mouse was sent to her. One day, it was the turn of a mouse who thought of a plan. Before going straight away to the cat, the mouse ate some seeds. As soon as the greedy cat saw him, she pounced on the mouse and ate it. In a few seconds, the cat fell to the ground, dead. Because the seeds that mouse has eaten were poisonous. The poison killed the cat. The mouse had made sure that other of his fellows were safe forever. Now, the father, the son, and the donkey. Once a father and a son were coming back from a village fair, where they had purchased a donkey. They overheard a man saying,
See the fools! They have a donkey, but still walking on feet.
Both of them thought it was a good idea, and they sat on the donkey. On their way, another villager saw and spoke,
Look at the poor donkey. He can hardly walk.
The man felt sorry for the donkey and got off. While crossing the fields, a woman remarked,
The son is young and healthy. He should walk and let his father sit on the donkey.
Son said to his father,
I'm sorry, Dad. Please come and sit on this donkey.
So they changed places. As they were about to reach their village, a passerby said,
Hey, see the selfish man. The poor son is walking and he is enjoying the ride.
Both of them, without giving another thought, tied the donkey upside down to a long bamboo and carried him through the village. By the time they reached home, all were laughing at them. A village elder came forward and asked,
Why are you carrying this donkey like this? Can't it walk?
Father explained what happened on the way from the fair. The old man said,
Everyone is laughing at you because instead of using your own sense, you kept on doing what others said.
Grapes are sour. Once a fox was very hungry. She was wandering here and there looking for some food. Searching for the food, she passed through a garden and spoke to herself,
I haven't got anything to eat.
All of a sudden, she saw a grapevine with grapes hanging on it. Her mouth began to water. She said,
At last, I have got something to eat. Now I can eat these grapes and satisfy my hunger.
She jumped up to reach the grapes, but failed. She jumped again, but could not reach. She tried once again, but didn't succeed. Likewise, she tried again and again, but in vain. The grapes were too far from her reach. After the repeated efforts, the fox was so tired and didn't have the energy to try anymore.
What will I do with these grapes? They are sour.
Children, what do you understand by this story? It means when people fail to achieve something they work for, they give one or the other excuse. Share of God. Once, 3 friends, Raju, Sanjeev and Rajkumar, were returning home. They found a box full of gold coins.
Let us count them and distribute among us.
Yes, you are right, Raju.
They started counting.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2,992, 2,993, 2,994, 2,995, 2,996, 2,997, 2,998, 2,999, 3,000.
Oh, very good. It's easy to distribute. Each of us will have 1,000 gold coins.
I have 3 bags. Put 1,000 coins in each and we shall get 1 bag each.
I've taken my bag.
I have taken mine.
Last remaining belongs to me.
We have received a lot of money today.
Yes. What will you do with yours, Raju?
Indeed, it is God who has given us such a big amount. So I'll keep a quarter and give the rest to God.
What will you do, Rajkumar?
I'm going to keep half with me and give rest of the other half to God in the temple. But one thing, what will you do, Sanjeev? You have not told about your share.
I shall throw up all the coins. God will take as much as he required, and whatever falls down will be mine.